What's the deal, y'all? Hey, look, you guys know the news. You see the news. You see what's going on. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. LRZ made it to the NFL. He got signed, my boy. My boy got signed. And guess what color he's still wearing? Red. You know what I mean? He's still going to be wearing the red. Sometimes it's going to be the white. Sometimes it's going to be white, but sometimes it's going to be red. But either way, he got signed, man. He got signed to the Kansas City Chiefs as a running back slash wide receiver slash special teams. He is on the Chiefs. I believe he has a 3-year contract with them. So, I mean, bro, 3 years, bro. He got a 3-year contract. That's solid. I mean, in most cases, you would expect definitely, most likely it to be 1 year, bro. Got 3 years on the contract with guaranteed money and a signing bonus. My boy made it. He did what he was supposed to do, man. We're going to look at some of these articles, but before we get into it, we're going to check out what Pat McAfee had to say real quick. It's a 14-minute video. If you want to see the whole thing, make sure to go check it out. We're just going to look at the first minute because I thought some of what he said was interesting. Let's get to it.
Chiefs have signed a rugby star. This is not the first rugby player that has been signed to the NFL, but this is certainly one that has a lot of hype and buzz. Why? Because the Kansas City Chiefs are involved. So what does that mean? Well, Andy Reid is going to be able to draw plays to make this man as successful as he possibly could be as a wide receiver. He's been training down.
Yo, Andy Reid is going to do what he need to do, bro. Andy Reid is an amazing coach. He's always been an amazing coach, even when he was back on Philadelphia with the Eagles. Always has been a great coach. He made Donovan McNabb shine, and amongst other players, he's going to be in the best position alongside with Pat Mahomes, right? You still got Pat Mahomes, too, and they're offensive center team. So they're going to be able to put him in place to make sure he's successful at what he does. As long as he does his job, they're going to put him in position to do his job the best way possible.
At IMG, Rees-Zammit. I have no idea why I used an accent for that name. I believe he's Irish. Excited to see if this works out. The NFL has been trying to figure out if sports that are similar to football can translate into football. We, at the Indianapolis Colts, we tried a couple guys from New Zealand. I think we had an African rugby player come onto our team and give it a shot. Other teams have signed rugby players. I think there's other styles of football, like in Ireland, and obviously there's been kickers have been able to transition. Not so many, positional players have been able to do so. This guy's fast.
He is fast. And we're going to look on the other article. I think it says what his actual 40-yard dash time is, because a lot of people in the comments were like, when I did my first video, when he first stated he was going to go try out for the NFL, a lot of people were commenting, oh, his 100 meters. I'm like, I need to know the 40-yard dash, because that's what the NFL is going to look like. When he goes to the combine and he does tryouts, he's not doing a 100-meter sprint. He's doing a 40-yard dash. So I need to know what that time looks like, because they're going to be comparing that directly to other 40-yard dash times. They're not going to be comparing it to 100-meter times. But we're going to see what his 40-yard dash speed was in the on this article I got pulled up.
He's got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, a work ethic that I assume will guide him to a place. And he's a properly jocked white, which we certainly appreciate.
He said a properly jocked. I think he meant to say jacked, but a properly jacked white. That's a crazy statement, dog. That is a properly jacked white.
I think this is potentially a move of, let's see what he can do, give him a year of maybe NFL coaching, NFL practicing, and see if he can transition. Because if we can break through on rugby players becoming NFL guys, then the global expansion of the sport will expedite quickly. Because rugby is everywhere, seemingly. Hasn't been able to do so as much. Maybe this guy's the guy, AJ.
I completely agree with him on that. I completely agree. It will expand the NFL as well as expand the sport of rugby. It would help both. If you could have people transition from rugby to the NFL or even NFL to rugby more, it would make both sports bigger. That's all I got to say. And definitely in America, if more people see rugby athletes going to the NFL, then the American athletes might start to play rugby more as a different way to see if they can either become big in rugby or to become potentially transition to the NFL. Let's say if you're a college athlete and you don't get signed to an NFL team, maybe you say, okay, I'm going to go play for the Eagles. Then I go play for the Eagles. If I do well over there, then maybe I can go play for a more prominent rugby team somewhere else in the world. And maybe the NFL sees something in me because I'm still playing the sport. Far stretch, but at least if college athletes go to the rugby, it makes rugby a little bit better. There's a lot of athleticism with them, and then it trickles down. It trickles down to, you know, high school kids are now playing rugby. Middle school kids are playing rugby. Elementary school kids are, so it trickles down. This isn't just gonna make elementary kids from birth start playing rugby. It has to trickle down from the top stars down to the college stars, high school, middle school, which is what I've been saying for years. But let's get into some of these articles, man, real quick. So it says Super Bowl champions and Super Bowl champions. He's on the championship team. This is big. Signed former Wells Rugby Union player Louis Rees-Zammit. Quit rugby earlier. Went through the international player pathway, which they did a series on. I might react to that. Pressed the Chiefs during his trial with running back and wide receiver, his designated positions. The Chiefs. Okay. Rees-Zammit visited several NFL franchises, including the Jets, the Browns, the Broncos. Interesting. So they all passed up on him. Maybe he just decided he wanted to go with the Chiefs. He's joining Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, trying to get to that third Super Bowl. And then on this article, they signed him, giving them another potential offensive threat. The Chiefs will look at Rees-Zammit at running back and perhaps wide receiver. His biggest immediate impact could come on special teams, and particularly as a return specialist under the NFL's new kickoff format. And that's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. I remember in the video when he said he was going to the NFL. What did I say? If you don't believe me, go back and look. I said, bro, he should be a return specialist. First and foremost. If they try to force him into running back or wide receiver too quickly, it might not work out for him. He's going to have to take some time to get used to that. But catching that ball and taking off and running, he's already great at that. So you put in that special teams, that gives him a chance to do some kickoff returns, do some punt returns, and get a feel for, how the play is, how to move, what the defense looks like as they're trying to get him. What his offense looks like with having blockers in place, which is not allowed in rugby. It gets him just used to how the game looks instead of just throwing him in at running back, which is way different. How you got to receive the ball. I played running back in high school, so how you have to receive the ball, pick your pockets that you want to run in while having blockers. And just looking at the defense from a different perspective. So I think special teams should definitely be where, he makes his start, maybe just a year, just have him as kick returner. Just have him as punt returner. Maybe have him as a fourth option receiver. And then see how he looks. See how he runs, how he picks his lanes. And then you can say, okay, let's take him more serious as a receiver or as a running back. Let's see what else up in here. Okay, so he ran a 4.43 in the 40-yard dash. That's pretty fast, bro. A 4.4 is like top tier. 4.3 is a next level. And like if you run a 4.2, you superhuman. You run a 4.2, you superhuman, dog. So 4.4, that's top tier running right there. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it right there, man. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts. How you feel about this? How you feel about him going to the Chiefs, the Super Bowl winners? How do you feel about the positions they have him at? Wide receiver, running back, special teams. What do you think he'll be best at? If I was to pick, I would go special teams, kick return specialist number 1, wide receiver number 2 as like a fourth option wide receiver, and then running back last. So that's what I would have him at. Assuming he can catch the ball, he'll be all right at wide receiver. I know he can run, but running back is just different. It's just a little bit different, bro. Route running is different with wide receiver, being wide receiver as well, and placement. But I think that would be the order of importance as far as positions he should play. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think, how you feel about him going to the Chiefs, and do you feel like he'll be successful in the NFL? I believe he has the highest chance to be successful based on the team he's going to. You got Andy Reid. You won the Super Bowl champions, which means you got a squad with you. Having a good team makes every player on that team look just that much better. So I think he's in a great spot. And he's still wearing red, so he's going to feel like he's at home. You know what I mean? He's going to feel like he's at home still wearing the red. So y'all let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, man. But that's major, major news, man. That's it, though. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy. Get at me. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to react to more videos, more news, more current events in rugby besides just the highlights. And that's it. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Remember to keep it real. Real is rare. Real always reaches everyone. Next time. Peace.